actual niche research methods, because that is what is most important here, right? We want to use different methods to find these channels. Okay, so it's time to find the methods and then filling in the sheet that I have provided for you. So the goal of niche research: understand multiple ways to find niches, take note of them in your research sheet, and find untapped markets to test. Also learning about branding, titles, and video virality. So the beauty of niche research is that the more you do it, the better you get at YouTube. Because once you take note of the channels that you are researching into and writing down in your sheet, you also see which titles they are using. You also see how they make their thumbnails. And this gives you a better idea of how to run your own channel when you start one, because you know what looks bad or what doesn't look bad and how you want to do your branding, basically. So that is also a very important part of niche research. You basically just become better at YouTube. So some preparation. First, use the cheat sheet to brainstorm ideas, which you can download below. Fill in the niche worksheet to know what to look for based on your interests and hobbies. And then get your research sheet ready to start filling it in. So I just went over these 3 things already. So make sure to scroll down in this module and download these 3 things for yourself and add them in your Google Drive so that you have, first of all, your worksheet completely filled out. I would always advise you to start thinking about your hobbies and personal interests when starting your first channels, because that just makes this business model more fun. If you love dogs and you have a dog channel, then it's probably easier to come up with fun topics to make around your hobbies, right? And it's how fun is it to make money with the hobbies you have already. Use the example sheet I have with over 100 topics to brainstorm ideas. And then, start filling in your own research sheet and take your time for doing this, okay? This is super important. So now the actual methods that are free, by the way. There's other paid methods, but I'm going to cover that in my one-on-one coaching or my paid community. For now, I want to keep it as simple as possible for you. I found most of my winning channels using free methods, so don't think that you need paid methods to find it, okay? So number 1 is the competitor channels method, where you find working channels and discover sub-niches to test or formats to test from them. So I already covered, for example, that Miyamoto Musashi channel that I showed. If you find this channel, you can either optimize it or you can switch it to another philosophy or another spokesperson, for example, right? So this is where you find channels, and based on these channels and what they are doing and what is working for them, you brainstorm new ideas or different ways to do this specific channel and make it work for you. Number 2 is the YouTube alphabet search method. So if you go to the YouTube dashboard and you type in A and then press space, it will give you suggestions. So let's say you want to do something about philosophy. You can type in specific philosophy keywords and then type A in after it, B in after it, C in after it, and see what comes up. And this way, if you click on certain keywords, it will show you a list with channels that you can then click. And then based on the verification, you can add these channels to your research sheet. Number 3, this is a very broad one. So this is the incognito method, where you open up a new incognito tab in your browser, and then YouTube will basically show you a fresh YouTube database with video suggestions that are trending right now. And why this can be interesting is because if you open up YouTube, it's gonna show you videos based on what you have been looking for based on your algorithm. But if you use the incognito method, it shows you a new, fresh YouTube page where you can find specific niches and angles that you maybe never even thought about. And then you can, again, verify the channels that you find, put them in your sheet, and see if it's something that you could get started with or in. Number 4 is the passion method. So from the niche worksheet, search for channels related to your passions. So I would start with this, and based on this, you will probably find 5, 10, or maybe even 20 channels already. And then based on those passion channels and the niche cheat sheet I provided, you will probably have a very good base setup to start your niche research with and continue your niche research journey with. Okay, so start with the things you like doing already. And then if you find markets in there, you can dive deeper into them using the methods we just talked about, right? I will quickly showcase each and every method just so you know how it looks now. All right, guys, so starting with your niche selection worksheet, I want you after this video to download this and start filling this in and start your niche research with this, okay? So step 1, write down 5 niches. So in this case, it's like an example dog channel. So fill in all the hobbies and interests you have already and write it down here to make the base niche, start the base niche research. Then you start looking for competitor channels in those niches that you have and writing down the formats that they are using. So in this case, again, it's like about dogs, and then you find channels that are about dogs. I think it's this one right here. So this guy, it is a personal brand channel, this one, Will Arterton, but you can make this into a top 10 or like YouTube automation channel too, where it is like how to stop your dog pulling on the leash, how to stop puppy biting in seconds, 5 tips, exercise you should do every day with your dog. See? It's like sort of like a top 10 channel about dog training. So you wanna, let's say this is a channel you have, then you go to your niche research sheet. So this is your sheet, channel name. What is this guy's channel? Will Atherton. So the link, niche, dogs, format, top 10 dog training tips, sort of. And then you see what is working for them. So you're gonna see which is their most popular video. So here, 5 million views almost in 3 years. That's from 3 years ago. So yeah, you can also look at the last, like let's say 8 videos. What got the most views? How to stop puppy biting on day 1. See, so that is what something people like here. 64,000. I'm getting a new puppy, but what breed did I choose? More like a personal channel video for him. Let's see which other video got a lot of views. How to survive the first 24 hours with a new puppy. So see, it's a lot of things like, apparently people really like the puppy stuff. So how to stop a new puppy from biting, surviving with a new puppy. So then you would write down in your sheet, what works now, new puppy training, for example. So if this seems to work for this guy, maybe you can make a whole channel about puppy training and tips about new puppies. That is how I would look at this. And then again, so how can you optimize this? Like focus on puppy videos, training from the start. And then you could also say like, maybe like different branding, different colors. I'm not a huge fan of these thumbnails, honestly. It's pretty unclear. It's a bit all over the place. It's nice and integrated, like sort of 3D effect. It's like the white and orange is cool branding, but you can do other branding. You can use bigger images of a puppy, bigger in the thumbnail. There's a lot of ways to do it different, right? Plus this is a personal brand channel, so you're gonna make a cash cow channel around this anyway, which is a lot different. So yeah, so in this way you just fill it in. And then if you're still in a dog niche, I would first look for other dog niche channels, like let's say 4 other ones, and then write down all the formats just to understand which formats there are in the dog training niche. All right. I think I had another one here actually. I think it was this one. So this pass on dogs. Yeah, just so to see. So this is like top 5 Rottweiler mixed breeds dogs you don't know, 5 German Shepherd mixed breeds dogs you don't know, guard dog breeds only for first time owners. See, so this is a whole different niche in the dog market, which is like sort of like a top 5 listicle, top 10 listicle channels about mixing dog breeds together, which is a whole different thing than what we just looked at. Whole different format, which you can then fill in into your sheet again. So top X mixed breeds you would do. Look for those channels, see if you can optimize it, see if there's a lot of views, see which one of those 2 get the most views right now with newer channels, and then you can pick the channel you want to get started with, basically. Okay, so again, start with this, fill this all out, see how you can improve it, and then yeah, start your research with this. Like I would try to find 10 to 20 channels and IDs from just this worksheet alone already. And then if you really still cannot find anything, then continue your niche research using the 3 other types. But again, if you have 20 channels there already, then you can use the competitor channels method to find even more sub niches and markets from the research you already did, and also use a cheat sheet with over 100 channels here to find even more channels that you can get started with, you know, and just see which things you're interested in. and how you can change those up. All right. And then for the alphabet method, like if you are into like, let's say the dog stuff, you can do here, dogs A. Let's see what comes up. That's nothing. So dog barking, barking sounds, Binance, barking angry, C, dogs. Okay, so like we just said puppy, right? Puppy, attack, kitten, abandoned baby, barking, biting training, biting boy buddies, compilation, calming music, crying. So this just shows you what people are searching for and looking for, and then based on that you can come up with specific niches or markets, or just find channels too. So for example, that guy did like a lot of puppy training videos, right? So here, teach your puppy to come when called. 2 days ago, 17,000 views. Let's see if there's another channel here, because this seems pretty like a good market. I kind of want to see if there's like a newer channel doing something like this, because these are very big. Still got pretty good views. So okay, let's quickly go over the like sort of the verification method here. So let's do this month, just to see if there's something that pops out that is like a newer kind of channel. It's all big channels. Here, maybe this one. Dog training's biggest fraud. This is a personal brand channel though, but it's like a canine academy video channel. Yeah, it's all personal brand channels, it seems, which might be a good sign, because if you take their topics and turn it into a faceless YouTube channel, then that might definitely work. Anyway, use those methods, use the worksheet, use the cheat sheet to fill in your personal file here, and just spend a lot of time learning about the niches that you are interested in and what is working for them and why it is working. And then you can start making informed decisions based on the research you've done, on the views they are getting, and the potential earnings from those channels. All right. That is such an important thing with niche research to do. Everyone is always looking for a quick method to find the best niches. There is no quick method. There is no golden nugget pill that will work always. You will have to put in the work and the time to find these things, and then find untapped niches where you can get a lot of views very quickly, because there's not a lot of competitors out there yet. All right. This was it for now for the niche research video. We are almost 1 hour in. I think I covered all the fundamentals and the basics you need, and provided the assets you need to get this started with. If there's like still things that are unclear for you, I try to really listen to the input you guys gave in terms of what is unclear about niche research methods, finding niches, and how to actually do it, to keep this like short and concise. But please share in the comments anything that I might have missed that is still unclear to you, or things I need to go deeper into, like maybe using the actual niche research methods live, and then we can do that in next videos, okay? For now, the summary, the importance of niche research, so why it is so important. I hope that is clear to you now. This is literally what's going to make or break your business. Then the types of niches there are, we did this in day one. But yeah, we will make low content AI channels. So try to look for that in your niche research now. Don't try to go for celebrity channels or like channels with real life footage. Try to go for low content stuff that you can easily replicate yourself, all right? So the niche and the format, biggest thing in here too, understanding what niche you are in or you like, and then which formats are possible in there. Setting up your Google Drive, using the niche cheat sheet, the worksheet, and the example sheet to give you like a clear roadmap to work with. Niche verification, so use the verification methods to see how much competitor channels are making and how much views they're getting and how new they are to increase your chances of success. And then the 4 or 5 different niche research methods that you can use to fill up your own niche research sheet, all right? So action steps, guys. Number 1, download the required files. I will link these in the module if you scroll down. So use the research sheet, use your example cheat sheet, and use the worksheet. Fill in the worksheet first, then go through the niche research sheet to see what is out there that you are interested in, and then start making your own research sheet. Number 2, very important, post golden nuggets from this class or your questions and answers with the title Challenge Day 2, golden nuggets or questions. I'm not sure if the video is continuing because my recorder is stuck on 1 hour, but maybe it's only counting the minutes right now. Anyway, so yeah, number 1, download these files. Number 2, post your golden nuggets in the group under Challenge Day 2. Respond to 3 other members that post about the Challenge Day 2. And by the way, guys, I'm only gonna post the second part or the third part of this challenge once at least 10 people posted their golden nuggets or questions and answers in here. And now number 4, actually start your niche research verification and pick your niche to start with. And then on next call, we will go over how to build your channel, all right?